You see here, hi guys, walking to work this morning, and well, I'm going up a hill right now, so over there's a football field, so soccer field for you guys, and you might recognize some of the view because that's a tennis club over there. And I've been walking here before with Dago, but excuse me, since I have my new job, this is my walk to work. So normally I have on my headphones and listen to a podcast or two. Actually, I can get usually 2 podcasts of well, not just about 2. Takes 25 minutes to walk to work, and those average podcasts I've noticed are about 13 minutes for whatever reason. So that comes out to just a touch over, well, just not quite 2 in one go. So it's pretty cool. There's a few restaurants here. This one here is part of the Bocce Club, which is a bit like lawn bowling, I guess you'd call it. And this is part of the soccer club over here. And there's a pretty cool farm coming up. Let me see if I can get it quickly enough. Now along this way, because it's we're on top of the highest point in town, so it's a little hill. Well, it's quite high up nevertheless. And there's a lot of seniors residences, specialized institutes, I mean hospitals for the I think it's for the deaf, for the autistics, and so on. So there's quite a few things. And there's also seniors residences for aged priests, so Roman Catholic priests and nuns and things like that. Far off, that's the hospital. And here's the farm I was telling you about. So that's pretty cool. So I mean, here we are in town. I mean, basically it still is town. There's some nice houses over there. You can see that actually there were, I was going to say, some pretty rich people that lived here, and probably still some pretty rich ones that live again. So let's keep on moving. So I'm not quite certain what that one is over there. I think actually it's still a home. It might still be, you know. There are a few people that still have this type of home. I mean, not everybody lives in small houses, but some still have some money. But over there, let me see if I can get that right. Yeah, this one, I think that is a residence for aged priests. And there's the tennis club. What's in the far end, which I'm zooming into, is one of the biggest seniors residences here. It is you can only see part of it, but it is quite big and also quite controversial. I say controversial because there always seems to be problems with the personnel. I don't know why, but it does seem, it does seem that in the healthcare, that's often the case. I don't know why the personnel can't seem to get along, but so on. Okay, over there's specialized schools. Like I said, these are specialized school for maybe not deaf and dumb, but I think for the hard of hearing. And we have the town bus further off that's coming. So I'll be back with you in a minute. I'll stop here because I got quite a stretch before I get to anything that's, well, interesting again. Okay, take care. Okay, so I'm back. So we're walking alongside the big seniors residence. You can see part of the cafeteria over there. And on this side, There's more farms. That's that multifunctional, I would say, institute over there. And a lot of the things here are actually around specialized healthcare. So, well, the farm is a farm, but over there I know it has something to do as well with, I'm not quite certain if it might not have something to do with drug addicts, but I might be wrong. Because sometimes when you go by, there's people that are screaming and so on. So I don't actually know what is going on in that building. Okay, this guy came pretty close. Over there is the hospital. So that's the main hospital for the town. Okay, so at least this one told me he was coming, because that is sometimes a pain on these ways, because they're not just sidewalks. Now I'm going to be coming up actually to a walk in the between actually what still is two villages, because technically my work is in the village, is in the next town, but as so many, I was going to say, as it's happened most of the time, the towns have spread and touch each other. So after the hospital, there's a walk between, well, it's right in the middle of a field, but it's lighted up at night, so that's pretty cool. And what I can say about it, though, is over there, far off, that is one of our, excuse me again, one of our official ghettos. Now, I know you might be wondering what I mean by a ghetto here in Switzerland. Well, the fact is that for whatever reason, but I think that's often the case, a lot of it's been a magnet for a certain number of minorities, and that's where a lot of them live. I'm not saying which ones, but 2 or 3 main ones, I guess. So that they have their own school in that part of the town. But it's one of these classical cases where if you have a class of 25, there might be 3 who are actually Swiss. The others are foreigners, and I don't think that's the problem. That's not the problem at all, actually. The main problem for the teachers is that very often, especially in the younger classes, they don't speak the language. And even worse, the parents don't very often, or one of the parents. So that does create complications for the teachers. But I guess you have the same over in Canada, in the States. What you can see over here are community gardens. I have a video, well, it's quite a while, maybe 2 years back now, going through community gardens. And over there, well, that's part of the industry zone, and far off you should be able to, well, you can only barely see it. There's some hills there that go into mountain range. It's a bit like the Appalachian. I'll be back in just a second if I can show you some of the other mountains. Take care. Okay, so we have a view on the community gardens. Far off, it's just a bit too early in the morning, so it's kind of hazy. You can see some of the mountains over there. The sun should be coming up. I mean, it is up, but I can't quite see it. Yesterday, or the other day I should say, it was really nice. I managed to get a sunset, but well, I thought I was going to get a sunset. It looked really, really good. And then on my picture, as such, it was just, it wasn't too hot. I mean, I guess that's one of the problems when you're trying to take pictures of the sun and the moon. You probably notice that the pictures don't show up. I mean, that's where it would help to have a bit of technique when it takes goes to photography. Well, I know that Tweetness is going to be taking photography lessons, so I'll probably ask her how to do that. So I've still got about a between 5 and 10 minute walk to get to work. So nothing really interesting to see now from here that land. So that'll be all. DC signing off. Take care.